Well, through a life-changing event, we had to reassess where our income was coming from, and we started looking at everything, even cattle stations and things. And so we found out from some friends, Martin and Glyn, they were starting something on Logan in 1985, and they'd gone in with 3 partners and said it was an excellent business. My husband said, "Oh, are you sure that this is the business you like? He's a minimalist, I am a collector, and to me this was a source of bliss. This was nirvana. This was a place where I could actually store my goods." And so I'd been on the Master Builders Association, and I asked a concreter, "Will you give us a really good price for the concrete?" And he said, "On the condition that I'm storage unit number 1. I went, "Great." Then I went to the plumber, the electrician, and before we'd even started building, I'd pre-sold or pre-let 25% of the buildings, and so we just went straight into building storage that year. The very first thing was I got a phone call in 1989 telling us that there's going to be an association, there's going to be a first meeting in Sydney, and I was so excited. This was my life passion. I couldn't wait to get there, and I'd booked from Alice Springs to Sydney, but this was in the middle of the pilot strike. So to get there, I had to catch a plane from Alice Springs to Roxby Downs, and then from Roxby Downs to Adelaide. I had a little 9-month baby in one arm, and a big fluffy teddy bear that was about that big in the other arm. And so I landed in Adelaide really excited. Went up to, it was TAA at that stage, went to the counter, I had my ticket, showed them, and they said, "I'm sorry, madam, you are no longer on this flight." That was the last commercial flight off that day. I'd been gazumped, and people had walked past saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. So we went out to the taxi rank and never seen a lynch mob. I got into the taxi, we went straight to Parafield Airport. I'd been learning my pilot's licence, so I went into the rooms and just hoping that 5 o'clock was the last flight. And when I was there, the pilot said, "Would you like to catch a plane with 4 other businessmen to Melbourne and then to Sydney, or would you like to go on the Learjet that is returning back to Sydney?" It was amazing. There was no air traffic controllers, and I'm sure he flew well below the stated level because I could almost see the eyelashes on the cows. The biggest challenge has always been revolving around money. I think when we were young, 20, 25, trying to get started in a business, trying to raise capital for our self-storage, and then when we tried to, and when we went to Adelaide to open another centre up and ask for quite a substantial amount of money, that's been really the biggest challenge. I mean, there's other challenges, day-to-day challenges, you know, where you make sure you've got the best staff, the site selection, making sure you've got the right systems, processes, software, all of those things that, you know, really help you run a really successful business. The one thing I found about this association, compared to some of the others I've been with, is people are willing to share and give answers and solutions to their problems. If you turn around and tell people that you're there, that you have a problem, people will come and want to help you, especially the other self-storage members, and you'll realise that I had that same issue. So it's the sharing of information and the non-threatening, non-competitive nature of when people are at conventions. Oh, they've been amazing. I don't call them friendships, I call them family. It's part of a self-storage association, is really my family. That has been something that I've absolutely loved. I'm not sure if this is an urban myth or not, but one story I really like, and especially around Christmas time, there's a story in America where there was a power failure on Christmas Day at one of the storage centres, and there were 4 Santa Clauses running around that centre.